morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. Happy Monday to all of you guys, and I hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. How are you doing, Shoei? Welcome back. Hi, Aaron. What's up? What's up? Saved by the Go alarm 825. Again, good morning. DP, what's up? Good morning. How are you doing, Joanne? Zusina, hello. Welcome back. What's up, Jacob? Welcome, welcome. Peyton, how are you doing? From Texas, welcome in. Big City Sound, what's up, brother? What's up? Good morning. How are you guys doing? Awesome. Good to have you guys back here. We are back with another week here of fun from the Everyday Growth Advisors team, running the pre-market breakdown and with lots of interesting stuff coming up this week. So do take note that this week's going to be a shorter week than usual. We will be still running Monday, Wednesday, Friday on this stream as Thursday will be a Thanksgiving break on the markets. Markets going to be closed. And then Friday is going to be a half day off, but we are definitely going to be still running a live stream on Friday, even though it's a half day off. So we will still be covering the pre-market here and hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. So yeah, how are you doing, T? School go well last week? Absolutely, Alex. I'm so glad that I took the time off. Actually ended up getting 100% on my midterm, so that's a good thing. As I was saying, and the second midterm went pretty good as well. I've already submitted that one. Just going to wait for the results on that now. You know me, I like to make sure that everything's on point, and I like to be somewhat of a perfectionist. So that's the bane of being a finance person. You have to be meticulous. This week, we're going to be covering PayPal, which is the ticker of the week. So I hope that you guys are excited. We'll be having, the breakdown today of the technicals, a little bit about the company, and then after which we will also cover the fundamentals on Wednesday, and on Friday we'll do a recap. So let's have a look at the news here. A little bit about Bloomberg here, saying something about the Foxconn plant, blah, blah, blah. Lens Google server contract. Okay, how weird. That's very interesting. We don't want to give business to China, and then all of a sudden this happens. Trouble Baoshan Bang approved, blah, blah, blah. Okay, U.S. futures rise. Remember, the news is always following the market movement. So whatever that you see on the news, it's purely entertainment, okay? Thailand, no longer top overseas destination for Chinese tourists. Okay, not much else. There was something else about Astra, yeah. Something about 70% effectiveness of their vaccine, so we hope that that will continue on. A lot of bullish news coming out, which means we have to start to be cautious. Now, I have mentioned many times in the past months that when the market is about to get a vaccine, don't be surprised to see a sell-off. Okay, don't be surprised to see a temporary sell-off. This is something that may happen. Why? Because the market will start to price in the fact that we may go down on lockdown again. Okay, so but does that mean that I'm not bullish on the market? No, absolutely not. I'm actually very bullish on the market. I'm bullish on the market long term, and I think that we will get the Santa Claus rally as we always do every year. But how strong is that rally going to be this year? That will be the only question, right? Are we going to head up into the clouds, or are we going to just kind of slowly approach that level? Bitcoin also finding new record highs. We've been talking about Bitcoin for a while, right, on the stream. I wish I had bought some when it was at, I don't know, what is this, 6,000, 5,000, or even 4,000 back in December 2018. But, I don't really enjoy trading Bitcoin because I don't find, as a finance person, I don't find the intrinsic value of the financial asset, right? Same news kind of repeated on the Wall Street Journal here. China vows to investigate bond market misconduct. Okay, that's good. European insurers prepare for deals. China blacklist sparks reviews. Okay, China state-owned bank stops digital bond sales. This is linked to news here. Yeah, so all in all, seems like pretty bullish news to me. Let's look at some of the pre-market movers here. We have Apple moving a little bit, 500,000 shares traded. That's not a lot. That's not really a lot of shares being traded. Boeing up about 1.5%. More bullish. And then Merck's, this is a shipping company, I believe. Walmart up a little bit. Walgreens. That's on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. On the S&P 500, we have travel stocks up a little bit. Again, American Airlines, Carnival Corp, Pfizer. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then Regeneron, right? That was the other company. GE, Boeing once again, Macy's up a bit. Today we have news. Do we have news? Kind of. We want to definitely be watching this one specifically, the 10-year note auction. This would be an important one to watch at 11:30. See how that goes. How the risk appetite is within the bond market, and just to make sure that we have this on lock and we continually check on these. Yep, we're still okay with the 30-year bond rate here. 10-year bond rate seems to be stable as well. Remember, there was a period of time here when the bond rates on actually the 20th of November were slightly higher. Sorry, the 10th of November were slightly higher than usual, which I was starting to keep a track of. Remember when the bond yields dip below the S&P 500 dividend yield, then that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem. Our S&P 500 dividend yield is 1.8% right now. Okay, and so if we see ever that bond yields for the 30-year dips above the S&P 500, which means to say that by holding a 30-year bond, you would get a higher return than the S&P 500. This becomes a problem. Why? Because then people start crowding out of S&P 500 and into bonds. Why would you hold on to risk? Why would you hold on to risk when you can have a risk-free asset paying you higher interest rate, right? So that's something that we got to always keep track of, okay? So the 10-year bond, we have to watch this today to see how risk appetite is between investors here. Fundamentally, this is something that we always watch, okay? Let's see, Chicago Fed, 2-year auction also going to go on. Manufacturing PMI numbers and services PMI numbers. These for November will be coming out as well. Preliminary releases of those. So I hope that you guys enjoy, the stream today as how we go. Welcome in, Lida. What's up, man? If this is your first time, make sure you smash the like button. All of you guys here, thank you very much for attending, taking your time out of the day being here. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button, because that's what really helps me out. If you want to help this stream grow, the EGA tribe get bigger, that's the only thing I ask for. Thank you very much for doing that in advance. Let's see if we can break our previous record. What was our previous record, guys? Does anybody remember? I think we hit our previous record last week. About 131 likes on the stream, which was really, really nice, and I really hope that we can break that record in the near future. So please take some time out of your day to hit the like button, the thumbs up, because that's what really helps the stream to grow and helps it to recommend to other people. So I appreciate that very, very much. You don't need to donate, you don't need to do anything, but just hit the like button. That's all that will do. We will continually be changing programs on this live stream. I'm just gonna say it right now, big things coming. Okay, big things are coming. So I want you guys to be excited, and I want you guys to grow with us. And with good growth comes more value for you guys. And anyone, throw a fire emoji in the chat. Throw a fire emoji if you're excited for EGA to grow in 2021. We're not far off now. It's crazy to think how fast the year has passed. We're already in 23rd November. We have barely another month left in this year. I definitely am very excited for next year. So I hope that you guys are too. Cool. In terms of, let's see, a different scanner here. We have Gap Inc., Brookfield Properties, Cinex, Agios, Pharmaceuticals, Capri, okay, Moderna. Yeah, see the fire emojis. Nice, guys. I'm excited as well. Let's see here. AAL, okay, okay, nothing here that really pops out to me. Dish, that one, 1.7% down. Moderna up. H&R, this is an accounting company. They do taxes. Interesting how they're up. They must have had good earnings or something. All right, cool. So we're gonna run through the Spike technical update here before I get into PayPal really quickly. We'll do Nasdaq first. Nasdaq still continues in this downtrend here. We've been following this trend for a while now, right? We've been following this. We need a break. Okay, it might be a temporary bearish position. Okay, temporary bearish. Realistically speaking, this could be also part of a very nice ascending bullish pattern pennant, right? And a break above this pennant would send us to the upside. Okay, but we are teetering and nicely consolidating above these moving averages, which is a good sign. Okay, consolidation above moving averages as we have these moving averages spread on top of one another is a good sign here. Okay, but the overall trend is still bearish. All right, so okay, we want to be extremely careful here going into this week. Now, what would send us completely higher would be a news that sends cases lower, okay, and then at the same time a combination of fiscal and monetary policy working together. Right now, we don't have fiscal, and the Fed is also holding back and saying we're going to pause on monetary policy. So therefore, these two things are causing the market to stall, okay? And because we don't have a coordination between the powerful movement up in the market, think of the market as a very well-oiled machine, right? When all the gears are nicely, oiled, then these gears turn very, very fluidly. But if one of these gears are broken, then we don't see a very fluid movement in the market. We see a stall, okay? And this is what we're seeing right now. So, obvious retest of the 50 retracement here is very possible. Retest of the 61 is possible. All of these are on the table right now as we continue into this bearish phase. Does this mean that we're going to go and see these levels down here? Connectivity issues. But remember, we have this retracement target over here. Okay, this retracement target was the 61.8 and the 50 retracement here, which puts the Nasdaq at around 11,800 or 11,600. That's the next targets downward we said that we would like to hit if something goes bearish. Okay, so that is your upside downside on the Nasdaq. I still see bearishness in the short term, but overall bullishness. Okay, long-term bullish trend, but short-term bearish trend. Okay, that's your breakdown for Nasdaq, because we still see overall a uptrend here, right? But in terms of a longer 4-hour chart, which you see the top-down analysis here, you can see that we have still a lower high situation. We're making lower highs, right? This is a bearish undertone. Okay, now needless to say, this is actually higher highs, so we're actually going into a pennant, right? We're going to a pennant. Okay, so we'll see how this turns out, but usually what happens is we will bounce between the pennant until we break out. All right, so that's your Nasdaq update there. With the Dow Jones, we still have a little ways to go down here. With the Dow Jones, I feel like the 61.8 retracement here or the 50% retracement. Interesting. Maybe it might be my internet. Hold up a second. Let me just test my internet real quick. Interesting. It's fine on my end. I think it might be streaming issues from restart my browser 10 times thinking it was me. Oh boy. Yeah, I think it might be a connectivity issue. What's this? Yeah, definitely my internet somehow. I'm not sure why. It's weird because on this side, I mean, maybe I just need to let it calm down for a second. That's weird. Seems okay to me. That's really weird, by the way. Okay, let's see if I can. No, it's clear. Maybe it just needs to calm down for a second. I think it happens sometimes. Sorry guys, not sure why that happens. Let me know if it continues happening. Restart your stream. The thing is, it might be YouTube. Sometimes YouTube does this to me. That's the annoying part. We can still hear your beautiful voice. Okay, let's try to have this calm down for a second. Maybe I'm gonna be honest. YouTube hasn't been very kind to me lately. The stream has been really intermittent. Has been giving me low quality. It has been giving me streaming issues. But I think that sometimes it's just because a lot of people are streaming at the same time. Let's see. Maybe it gets better. Is it better now? Is it not lagging anymore? I hope it's not. I really hope not. I'm going to try and do something. OBS is fine on my... Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go on with it. As long as you can hear my voice, I think it should be okay. Yeah, it could be a YouTube thing. Just let them know. Yeah, I will let them. I'll let them know. Stream connectivity issues. This is interesting. I've never had this happen to me before. Settings. Let's see here. Stream. Output. I'm gonna change this to 3000. See what happens then. Okay. Still lagging. Oh no. Have you guys been experiencing this for a while, or is this just happening right now? Because I want to troubleshoot that issue. But anyway, let me continue on. As long as you can hear my voice, I think it should be okay. All right. Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Let's see. I just changed the bit rate on the OBS, so let's see if it gets better. Okay. Oh, last weekend before. I think it's a YouTube issue. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue on here because I think it might be better this way. Happens quite a bit, but I always think it's my phone, so I just go with it. I see. Okay, gotcha. All right, let's go with it. Just refresh, and I think it's okay. All right, cool. Let's see. It looks fine to me now. All good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get this done. So here on the on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we have a very peculiar situation, right? Remember the Dow Jones rallied like nobody's business when we had this situation with vaccines coming back online. Okay, oh, there's a vaccine, this and that, and everybody got overly exuberant for a while, right? And this is a good thing. But remember, we do have a key level of resistance or support now. Okay, this was your previous resistance. That's going to become a new support. Okay, on the Dow Jones, 28,800. Okay, 28,800. This is the level at which we have a potential support. Okay, now I think that the Dow Jones is eventually going to come down to this level to test it. This level here, okay, to test this level before we have our rally. Okay, if we do break that level, then we're headed down to the 61.8 retracement, which is down here. Okay, and then if it breaks that, we'll go to 50. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is the room for a retracement down is definitely there. And if the Dow comes down, what comes down along with it? SPY and Nasdaq. Okay, so both of these have to come down, and I'm more than likely going to tell you that our retracement target on Nasdaq is for sure going to be hit. It's either one of these that will be hit. Okay, so short term, you do not want to be taking overly bullish positions. Okay, and with this S&P 500, we're seeing the same thing. Okay, we're seeing the same thing. Okay, we're seeing possible retracements down here. Now, if I draw a Fibonacci retracement up here, we can see exactly where those points will be. Okay, let me just make sure that this is put up here nicely. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first line of defense here would be the 61.8 here, which is the golden retracement, which will also line up with the 150 moving average on the SPX. Okay, and so these retracements are highly possible. We are still in the uptrend, but I think we need a little bit of a push down to get this. And let me tell you, there's a reason why this will happen. Okay, there's a reason why this will happen. Because market makers can't make any money if this market keeps going up. Okay, market makers cannot make any money. Remember that majority of the orders that are flooding the market are not retail orders. Okay, out of, let's say, 100 orders that are filled, okay, you have to realize by now that almost, I want to say 80% of these orders, okay, or 80 of them, are market makers. And when I say market makers, who are these people? These are institutions, your broker, and yada yada. Okay, they have positions on both sides waiting to get cheaper prices. Okay, and when you fill your position, you're like, I got a cheap price for it. Yep, well, you got the cheap price from a market maker, and he has a higher position that he's waiting to cash out. Okay, so when you're selling to a market maker. Sometimes when you're buying from a market maker. Okay, and so they do not want to buy here. Where do they want to buy? They want to buy it down here, right? They want to buy down here. And how do they get these prices? They get these prices by selling what they have, and then triggering limit buy orders that are down here. Okay. They already have these orders waiting to fill, okay? But they spark a little bit of fear, okay? They spark a little bit of fear in the market. They wait for people to sell. My goodness, my handwriting is terrible today. They spark a little bit of fear, and they wait for people to sell. And when people do sell, then they take those positions that people sell out from. And the moment that they do that, then they start to buy aggressively and send the price back up. Okay, you have to understand that about market structures. Okay, market makers are people that are gonna be 80%, making up 80% of transactions in the market. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, in other news, the VIX over here is looking extremely attractive at these prices. Okay, if the indexes should come down, this is a great one-off trade to take, as I've said multiple times before. When VIX comes between the 23 level, 23, 24 level, we want to actually be buying calls to the upside. Okay, we want to be buying calls to the upside. And last week we've got multiple pops on the VIX. Okay, as fear starts to come back in. Okay, any news can break and fear will come back in. All right. I personally like taking VIX here. Taking a little baby position in VIX is a good idea, right? We're kind of on a short, it's a descending wedge, but this falling wedge is actually a bullish position on the VIX. Okay. I actually like this trade idea here to take the VIX. Okay, if you want to trade VIX, you have a couple options. You can trade VXX, or you can trade directly the VIX. Okay, VXX is dirt cheap right now at $18.60. You can play this to the upside at $24. Take it, 24 is definitely a great target. Take some $24 calls, right? This was your previous support here, right? You can see that. This was your previous support here. And so the VIX is likely to come back up to test that level in the future. Okay, it's likely. Okay, I took my indicators off, but you would be able to see it otherwise. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you're here today. I appreciate you guys taking time to be here. Make sure you are clicking the thumbs up, because that's what helps this channel grow. If you can take a second out of your day to do so, I'd really appreciate it. The EJ tribe will only get bigger if you guys hit the like button, so I appreciate you guys doing that. Okay, last week on the Excel sheet that I posted, and by the way, I'm going to share it again on the chat so you guys can have access to this. And if you want access to the sheet, you can also go to my Twitter, where I have posted it and pinned it as a tweet here. You can get access to the sheet anytime. And on this sheet over here, you can see that we actually took some nice trades that profited last week. Not a whole bunch of profit. We had one loss, which was Caterpillar, which was not the one that we didn't go the way that we were expecting it to go. But I think that eventually it will still be right. And we are still waiting for a whole bunch of these to come to fruition so we can take them. Remember that we called these out 2 weeks ago. I'm usually a little too early with my analysis, and I really apologize, guys. I've been talking about this jokingly with my mentees. I somehow always end up picking things 2 to 3 weeks in advance, and then it comes to fruition after. So we really need to be patient with these. This is the reason why I made this sheet, so that we can track everything over here and take these positions as they come along. Now, last week, the funny thing is Zscaler and DocuSign and Twilio and Apple all gave us entries, but we didn't take them. I was on a live trading session with the mentees, and we didn't take it because we didn't see, or rather, these opportunities got ahead of us, so we couldn't catch them. And I've always taught this to my mentees, never to chase these trades, because you don't know what will happen, right? So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about over here. I called this out on the live stream, and then last week we had a pop. Zscaler never gave us an entry. It just kept running the whole day, and then towards the market, closing, it started to sell off. This is a really nice rounded top over here, right? We see Zscaler coming down here back to the 141 over here, which would be a nice entry over here if we were to look at it. Okay, let me actually put some of these indicators back on, because otherwise it's going to be impossible here. So let me get these on. Great. Okay, so this is our standard setup here. And you can see, you know, where I've drawn this black line here as also the previous resistance, right, which is this red bubbles that you see. That's a previous resistance. So we're expecting Z-scalar to come back down here. And if we can get some, you know, I think more than likely if we break this level, then we'll see, you know, a test of this downside over here if we go with the Nasdaq bearish and the Dow Jones bearish scenario, right? So we want to be cautious about Z-scalar, but we are going to watch this on a possible breakout, okay? We saw this as a breakout pattern on the 1 hour chart. Okay, this was a breakout possibly over here. It was supposed to be a bullish pennant. And we got rejected right at the top over there. Okay, we got rejected right at the top there. So we wanted to see this breakout, but we didn't see it break out. Okay, so in the end, we're going to hold on and make sure. I think that Z-scalar has a high chance to come back down here and then possibly break out in a future date. So we'll leave this right here. I'll save this so that, you know, we have it here. It wasn't a downtrend for a while, and now we're seeing it reverse out here into a uptrend. So we'll be watching this one very closely. Z-scalar, you know, I've traded this one in the past, made some really nice money on it. So I'm really hoping that we can get another entry there. DocuSign here, another one that we're watching. Also a bullish breakout, which is a pennant, okay, on the 1 hour chart. Or was it the 4 hour, I think? Well, here we go. So this one's, you know, more of like a awkward bullish pennant here. Now, not a perfect one, but we'll see how this one, you know, kind of plays out. Now, remember one thing. We have done DocuSign on the live stream before, and we have an intrinsic valuation done on the 18th of November. This was last week's ticker of the week, okay? And the intrinsic valuation was $208, okay? And so playing this to the upside or downside right now is murder. We don't want to do this, okay? We want to definitely be very conservative here with DocuSign. All these are short-term or long-term swings. We haven't given these any types of trades that we're looking at. As I think of what I want to do with them, I will fill them in right here. As you can see, I have these things over here that I write. You know, if it's a swing, high-risk swing, ongoing analysis, right? I always put it down here, so you'll see it populate when we do, okay? Also, guys, I forgot to mention, I'm not sponsored to say this or anything, but today I was logging into TradingView, and they have a 60% off sale for Black Friday. They said something about a 60% off sale. It's I don't know. I definitely saw it on. There we go. Black Friday sale up to 60% off plus 1 free month. Highly recommend you to take advantage of this thing. Okay, it's usually $700, and now you got it for $288 for 13 months. If y'all have been looking for a trading software and you know you wanted to sign up, this is the one, guys. Okay, this is the one. I highly recommend going for it. Okay, definitely do it. All right. Refer a friend. You get both up to $30. Maybe I should refer you guys. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, we can talk offline about this. But I think you know, I can refer you guys, and then you can get $30 off further. I'm not sure if that works, but I highly recommend you guys taking that offer. It's only valid for the next 4 days for Black Friday, so do it if you're looking for that charting software, which I use TradingView a lot. I don't even use TOS to chart. Okay. So DocuSign, bullish, looking for a bullish breakout, but the risk to reward opportunity here is really 50-50, and I don't like playing this to the upside yet. Okay, but if you get the break, then sure, we can take this as a potential day trade. We may get a nice little rush up to the 248 level here. Okay, this is what we're looking at over here. Cool. Twilio. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll share the link on my Twitter, okay? If you guys want to sign up for the TradingView, I'll share the link on my Twitter later. Go ahead, click that link, and then I think it'll refer you. You'll get $30 off, and then make sure you click the link that I post there. I think it's like an affiliate link or something like that. That one will have some benefits from me, but and I'm very canny about that. I don't hide such things. So you know, if you want to do that, then I'll put the link on Twitter later. Okay, if you want to. Okay, Twilio was the other one. Excuse me. Twilio was another one, and this one was also a bounce, which was bullish, we saw. That was what we were talking about over here, and it ended up being a nice little bounce here. We spoke about this when it was about to bounce right here, and then we had this huge rally up. Twilio not stopping, looks very bullish, looks great as a trade setup here. Also a potential, kind of a pennant setup here. You can see this here. Let me show you real quick. And actually, if you look at it, this is actually broken out already. Okay, this is actually broken out already. So this is actually already broken up to the upside, okay, from Twilio, all right? So let me save that real quick. I don't know why TradingView sometimes doesn't save. Always keep forgetting to click the cloud, and then it doesn't save. So you can see this has been, kind of consolidating this way and then pushed up this way. And so this shows you kind of rounding out to from a bearish trend into now a bullish trend, okay? And this pop out right here, this may send Twilio up further, okay? This may send Twilio up further. But my biggest conundrum here is that we have our Nasdaq in a bearish scenario, right? A possible rejection here would mean Nasdaq comes down. So taking this to the upside is dangerous because Twilio is part of the Nasdaq, okay? So those are the kinds of things that I look at. You must understand. It doesn't mean just that, oh, this technical chart looks bullish means I take this bullish trade. Yup, it could be that, but you have to be careful to see how the index plays into this trade, okay? You have to be careful, all right? Cool. Next was Apple, and we missed Apple as well. These were all trades we missed. We were kind of busy on that day talking about different things. Now, Apple went bullish for a split second and then said no, and then came down, okay? And this was a bad sign for me. When you see Apple selling off like that, that's not a good thing, okay? I don't like, and obviously Apple's bearish here, right? Apple, actually, if you think about it, Apple is bearish here, okay? It's making lower highs and lower lows, right? It's been actually pretty bearish, okay? This is still on the bearish trend. It's going to follow exactly what Nasdaq and SPY do, okay? So following what the amount of volume that's flowed on Apple as well, these past few days, you can see the volume's been flowing out with the OBV line here, this blue line, right? You can see it's been flowing out, right? It's going downward, right? It's pointing down. OBV is pointing downward, not upward, right? And so you can see some volume's been flowing out of Apple recently, okay? Which shows me that there's overall Apple weakness. And if that's Apple weakness, that means we're going to see continued index weakness, okay? Short term, bearish. Long term, bullish, right? If you look at Apple long term, right, it's still a great stock on its own. It's still above the moving averages, still great, okay? Cool. Baba passed through the target prices. Yeah, I know, I saw that. So Baba was one that got flagged. Wait a minute. Yeah. Where'd it go? Yeah, you're right. Baba did flag last week. Well, actually, hold on. We got very close to it. See, sometimes math is idiotic. Like, look at this. Our target entry price for Baba was 250. We didn't really hit it. I meant to take this trade, but then not end up getting it. Now, I'm still waiting. So here's the play with Baba. And I like this one, by the way. Okay. Just putting it out there. I really like Baba at this price. Okay. Baba fair value is about $300. We are actually $30 below intrinsic value per my calculations. Okay. I do like the stock long term. Baba is a much more superior company than any other company that is in the e-commerce retail or e-commerce space, okay? And don't forget that this level right here is a key level, okay? This level is a key level, all right? This is your reversal zone, okay? And now, few things. What I want to see here from Baba, okay? What I want to see Baba do is recapture this level here, the 280, and then reject and come back down to test the top of this demand zone, okay? So what I want is a wave up and then a wave down to test the top of this demand zone, and this will be my entry. 270 will be my entry to take Baba to the upside, okay? Remember that if you have missed this wave, do not go and chase it. Just be patient. You will get another entry, okay? There is a gap to be filled over here, but don't be too trigger happy to go and take this trade, okay? You have to be patient, all right? Baba's going to give you another entry. So I didn't want to take it down here because you don't know. This could be a rejection and it could come back further down, right? But if I see Baba come back up and then come down to test this level and find a support here, then I can get my confirmation of my one wave, two wave pattern, right? This is your first wave and your second wave, right? And then you get that up wave pattern, right? So you do not want to take this over here. This is not your confirmation yet. There is no confirmation here, okay? Now, if you guys know, I'm a very conservative trader sometimes. And so I like to be conservative because I want high success rate setups. I don't want low success rate setups where I'm going to take this and then it turns against me, right? I don't want that, okay? I want high success rate trade setups. And you can do this through many different ways, okay? You could control the type of option that you take. You could be, trading this in many different ways, all right? You could even do a spread, okay? And protect yourself with theta, all right? Do some theta funding. Hedge your theta, okay? So there are many ways you can play this, all right? Cool. What do we think about Amazon retail plays through Cyber Monday versus short-term bearish Nasdaq concerns? This is a good question. Thank you for that question, Anders. Great question. Now, long-term, you guys know that I'm bullish on Amazon, all right? Amazon is a long-term bullish, and obviously my intrinsic valuation is a little crazy. I would realistically scale this down to like 4,000, something like that. But this is a 10-year valuation, okay? Remember that all my valuations are done on a 10-year DCF. So my valuations are very out of the park because they're a 10-year valuation. This is what I expect the value of the business of the stock to be within 10 years, right? The current entry at Amazon is amazing, but it's whether you can afford it. And I think that because it's been consolidating, you can see how it's been consolidating. It's been in also low key, like a pennant. Okay. Bullish pennant, but I say there is a high chance that this stock will pop, okay? Going to the end of the year, all right? Very high chance. Thank you for the 141 people who are watching this stream. I'd really appreciate if you could take a second out of your day to just hit the like button. The EGA tribe only grows bigger if you take a second out of your day to hit the like button. I really appreciate that because that's the only way that this stream will get bigger and we will get more people here for this educational stream that we run Mondays through Fridays, okay? If you enjoy everything that we do over here, feel free to drop a comment. We love hearing from you guys. And as I said, there are big things coming, all right? Big things are coming, guys. So, to answer your question, I think that Amazon, long-term bullish, short-term bearish. You got to play it the way that you see fit, okay? Now, I don't like to time the market, so what I like to say is, honestly, take a long-term position here, but don't take it for a week out, right? Definitely don't be taking it for a week out. If you want to play Amazon long-term, what you can even do is sell put spreads, okay? You can sell put spreads down here, right? Okay, sell put spreads for people who think Amazon's going to be bearish. Or you can also buy a debit spread, right? You can buy a debit spread and play this to the upside, right? You can play like a 3,200 or 3,300 funded debit spread over here, right? With a tight little zone of profit, right? Play that to the upside. It should be pretty good risk to reward, okay? You can even do a calendar spread where you take two contracts that are expiring on different expiries, okay, and see how that works out. There are many ways that you can play this to the upside. The options are limitless, okay? But I do see this as long-term bullish, short-term bearish. That I still hold my stance with that, okay? Okay, cool. Let me get into PayPal a little bit. So this is a ticker of the week this week. We've been watching this for a while. Here's my technical analysis for PayPal. We're looking at two separate pennants here, and PayPal is about to break out of them. Okay, looking at the 1 hour chart here, we are very close to breaking out of this resistance that we have been popping between. Okay, and we are trading between the moving averages. Now, do we take this here if you've taken the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course, then you know this is an absolute no-no to trade over here, okay? We never want to trade anything between moving averages. We always want to wait for a clear break, okay? Now, where are we going to possibly enter? Now, upon the break here, PayPal is going to run, all right? And then what's going to happen is it's going to come back down. Well, more than likely, it's going to get rejected over here, okay? And so somewhere around here, we'll see a breakout, a rejection, and then a test of this level once again for support. Okay, and this is the level that we want to enter. This is our target entry, but don't get me wrong. All right, so let me clarify what I mean by this. All right, let me clarify, because I think many people are going to be like, what? Okay, let me clarify. So we want our entry to be here, all right, and I'm going to make this a purple line so that you can see, but we don't want to enter right now when it breaks. We don't want that. I am very, very aware that this is a triple top so far, and this might as well be a fake out, okay? It could be a fake out. So therefore, how do you safeguard yourself in a situation like this? Okay, how do you safeguard yourself? Well, wait for the breakout, right? And wait for the pullback. Wait for the pullback to confirm this as support. Okay? Once you have your confirmation bounce, you take it on the next wave up. This is your entry. Okay? So we want our entry to be somewhere a little higher, but you understand what we are looking for here. Okay? We're looking for a, oops. We're looking for a play where we can go like this, okay? And more than likely, this is what's going to happen, right? We'll have a breakout from here to potentially about here, right? Let's say we go something like this, and then we'll come back down from here to somewhere here, and then come back down here, okay? And this is where we want to enter. Okay, this is where we want to enter. All right, this is where we want to enter. Okay, great. This is a 1 hour time frame, guys. This is a 1 hour time frame. You can see it up here, 1 hour. Okay, everybody clear on this? The price is 195.84 right here, guys. Look, 195.84. Okay. That's where we want roughly our entry, okay? 195.84, it's the purple, look right here. Okay, great. This is the plan of action for PayPal. Now, this is personally what I will be doing. I'll be waiting for that break, wait for the consolidation below, test of the resistance, and then we're good to go up, okay? And I'm putting my entry a little higher because I don't want a market maker to come and try and force me out of this position, okay? This is the reason why my entry point's a little higher than where I would usually be, okay? So this is the play on PayPal for this week, if we get it. If we don't get it, we are not taking this trade, okay? We do not get enticed by FOMO, all right? We do not. Okay, great. Everybody clear? Everybody good to go? Everybody understand what I'm saying? You guys, like everything so far? If you do, and you're enjoying yourself in this stream so far, make sure you smash the like button, because that's how EGA streams going to only get bigger. Oh my goodness, that actually, like, I needed to take a very deep breath for that. I wonder if I can do it faster. I still haven't rapped, guys. I need to rap. I need to rap on this stream. Maybe one day I will rap. But yeah, guys, honestly, thank you for all the likes, 90 likes. I feel like we can get to 130. If we can break our record today to get to 131 likes and beyond, I will do a live trading session on Wednesday for you guys. How about that? We'll do a live trading session on Wednesday together during market hours. You guys want that? If you want that, smash the like button. How about that? Make it happen, guys. I know you can. We need to beat 131. Okay, we need to beat 131 likes, and you'll have me for a live trading session on Wednesday, so that we can trade together. Okay. Meanwhile, on the sector heat map here, ooh, we're getting close now, almost 100. Uh-oh. If you haven't smashed the like button, get on it. Let's see if we can get to past 131. Okay, let me read some of these comments in the chat while you guys continue smashing the like button. Remember, above 131, we get a live trading session on Wednesday. Okay, let's see here. Thoughts on Kevin Fomo's Amazon call? 3,200 for 11.27. Oof. I mean, yeah, possibly. He's playing the run-up. He's playing the run-up for Black Friday. That's what he's doing. It's a lotto. I can definitely guarantee it's going to be a lotto play. So, yeah, be careful. Definitely don't be over, how do you say? Don't be over assigning yourself that kind of a risk, okay? Just be careful. FOMO has a big portfolio. He can lose, you know, a lot of money and still be okay with it. And Amazon calls are not cheap, so be careful, all right? That's my comment on that. He's a great trader. He knows what he's doing, so I do see the bullishness on Amazon, but the question is, do you want to take a risk? 107, we're only 24, 25 likes away. 25 likes away. Let's see here. Okay, Baba. I'm holding Baba 280 calls December 18. What are your thoughts? Baba 280 calls for December. It's looking great, but I would say your expiry is too near. But it's possible. That's what I'll say. Do you think its seasonal retail advantage will offset a fall in Nasdaq if Nasdaq falls in the next couple of weeks? Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. But whether we will actually fall, that's another thing, right? I gave you guys both the bullish and the bearish scenario, right? Remember, Nasdaq's still bullish here, right? On a bullish trend. But there is a bearish scenario as well. I'm giving you both scenarios. So we're not saying it's a confirmed thing. Let's see here. What's time frame in the chart? Okay. Do you find TradingView accurate enough for day trading, or do you experience some lag? You need to buy extra data on TradingView. Then you will not have lag. Okay. You need to get. Let's see here. Where do I go to see this? I'm using option swings one, so I don't know if I can pull it up here. Let me see. No. I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to pull it up, but we have access to all the exchanges. You should get Nasdaq, BATS, NYSE, CBOE. You should get all of them. You should get all of those indexes, and they're very cheap. They're not expensive. They're like $4, $3, that kind of thing. Just add it on. It's very cheap to get live price action. Okay. Let's see. Bring back the Mickey Mouse voice. I will eventually. mRNA technicals. Let's see. Oh, definitely overbought here. Interesting. Actually kind of cooled off. I would say I would definitely advise against getting into a bullish position here. But then I definitely see the exuberance continuing for about a little bit. So if you want to plot a target here to see where mRNA can possibly go, I would do a Fibonacci extension here, right? Looking from this swing low here to this swing high. We're looking at possible targets at 122 here and 110 if this run continues. That's where your possible upside targets are. But I I don't feel comfortable taking this to the upside. Risk to reward ratio is not there, and you know, just seems like a little bit too much of an overkill so far. Tesla 550 calls for 1127. That's this week expiry. 550 calls? Jeez. I mean, I see a hard rejection here at this resistance, and we're opening up pre-market there. I don't know. I would be extremely careful about this one. Extremely careful. You know, RSI's overbought. You have, you know, this bearish reversal pattern. We're going to open up here above, but I think that will quickly sell off to the 460s here. I would advise against taking Tesla here. Bullish, unfortunately. Apple 118 calls expiring this week. I would potentially hold those for a slight pullback kind of a thing, but then sell on the first sign of profits. That's what I would do. I'm sorry, first time here. Did I miss anything on NEO? No, David. I don't think we spoke about NEO, but you could be the first one to ask about it if you want. Landon says overzealous. Overzealous? What? Did I miss something that you said, Landon? At the sounds of sounding not so bright, how do you connect it to your broker? You mean TradingView? I don't think you can connect TradingView to like TOS or something else, but maybe you can connect it to a different broker. I don't know. Maybe you can check if they have other brokers. These are the only brokers that they have currently, I think. So you can't really connect your own broker here. SPY 368. Oh yes, I forgot to mention something. So last week while we were doing our live trading session, we saw a bunch of bullish flow come in. Okay. Now the flow was betting on SPY. The flow was betting on SPY 370. That was almost $6 million in this, by the way. Big money, okay? Smart money. The flow was betting on $370 strikes by December 4th. That was what we saw in the flow, okay? And yeah, it was something that we saw, and I personally jumped into 5 of these contracts because they were so cheap. They were 60 cents each, and so that's only about $300 worth of risk that I take on, which is pretty much nothing. And you know, if the return on that investment is going to be much higher, then I took that trade just as an insurance bet to the upside. Okay. So just to answer that SPY 368 call, just go off what I just said. I think it might be possible. Man, I need to start closing my positions before the weekend. Literally every single contract I have went up in the opposite direction. Yep, that's the reason why I don't recommend holding or swinging anything through the weekend, guys. Okay. 114 likes. We need like 16 or 17 more likes, guys, to have the live trading session on Wednesday. You guys don't want it, huh? Oh, no. Hey, T, would you recommend the extra market data with TradingView? I'm looking to get NYC and Nasdaq. Absolutely get it. 100%. 100% worth it. Definitely do it. For those of you who are looking to get the TradingView, the Pro, whatever, I'm gonna put out the affiliate link on my Twitter later. So make sure that you hang tight before getting it. Okay. Don't get it right away. Just wait for me to post the link first. Awesome. Thanks. No problem. WKHS, how does it look this week? Workhorse. Cool. Market's going to open up in a little bit here. Oh, this is looking nicely bullish, but definitely not getting in on this rally here. It could potentially go up a little bit more, but I wouldn't take this until it pulls back. It's an account billing settings, extra data subscription. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. How do you know delay in trading if you haven't paid for real-time data? Usually you'll see a delay of like about 1 minute between price action. It's actually pretty bad, the delay. You were looking for the word starting with over on playing a stock that is little ahead of itself and advising. Oh, yes. That's exactly what I was saying, Landon. You always find the right words. Come on, guys. Like for the live trading session. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anymore. We have 15 more likes to get, and I don't think we're going to get it. Yeah, 200,000, SPY 370. Yep, that's exactly what happened. That was the one. Pro or premium though, I'm on a trial right now. It's up to you. Just see what the differences are. We personally have the Pro, I believe. Dick's Sporting Goods, DKHS, DKS. Okay, I'll do this one, last one, and then I'm gonna end the live stream here because we don't want to be stretching to market hours here. DKS, super overbought in my opinion temporarily on the 4 hour. Yep, on the 1 hour too. Looking like it's hitting a supply zone here. Definitely be careful. You don't want to be trading this up here and buying calls up here. This looks like a very obvious supply zone up here. Wait for the rally up here and the rejection. Highly likely that it gets rejected here. So be careful. That's what I see. Could also be forming a cup and handle, and that would send this flying. So that's two potential ways this can go. All right, awesome. Well, I want to say thank you all for attending the stream today. And I want to say, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for attempting to break to 131. I do appreciate that. Much love to all of you guys. And, I love interacting with you guys. I will continually, put in details onto the Excel sheet when I can, if I take a trade whatsoever. But just know that these next 2 weeks, I'm going to be trading very lightly. Okay, I'm going to be trading very lightly. Until the market picks a direction and I know, where we're headed, I will not be going overly ambitious on positions. I still have a big chunk of cash that I have yet to deploy. Okay, so yeah. With that being said, have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Trade lightly. May the markets be with you. And I love all of you guys. See you on Wednesday. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.